السلام عليكم أهل غزة. اسمي نورة من أمريكا، وحابة إني أشارككم في رأيي بوضعكم حاليا. So as Muslims, we're automatically under the laws of the Quran, which is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that He forgives those that act out of ignorance or lack awareness of a matter. Now, you didn't ask to be in this situation, but subhanAllah, Allah placed you there for reasons beyond our understanding. But this also makes you living proof of life's reality that we all live. That at any moment, any one of us can leave our homes, and if it's our nasib, instead of coming home, we end up returning to Rabbna subhanahu wa ta'ala. So هذه واقعة الحياة. So now consider the concept of relying on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely by continuing the legacy of the prophets on that long-lived land that you're on right now. And consider being his protege under the influence of his 99 names and his protection, of course. And because on top of all of that, huwa Rabbna al-Musta'an, he's the one that we seek help. And he tells us in the Quran that the whole world can gather and try to help and save you, but it won't happen unless he allows it. And then he also tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah that how to be guided by describing what it means to be a muttaqi. A muttaqi is someone who has strength to endure his struggles with confidence, knowing that no amount of power or suffering can change our circumstances unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows. So also, time evolves, but the Quran stays firm in giving us amthal, or metaphors and parables, reminding us of our limits if we don't follow Allah's guidance. So in Surah At-Tawbah, Allah tells us, إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ أَمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, that the mosques of Allah are maintained by those who believe in Allah and the last day. So now, think of Gaza as a masjid, and perform on that land exactly as you would do at a masjid. And by doing this, you start attracting the safety that you need from Rabbna subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also you start removing all the forms of protection that are considered shirk for you, because it's not working. The reality of life is that our choices are up to us, but the results are up to the natural laws in the Quran set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah tells us, وَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ وَإِنَّ لَا كَبِيرَةً إِلَّا عَلَى الْخَاشِعِينَ. So this ayah reminds us that seeking help through patience and prayer is a challenge, but it's the only way forward. And by doing this, you embrace the concept of being a muttaqi. And it will be enough to provide and protect you, inshallah, by leaving the rest up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So picture Gaza like it's burning with a fever, and the only way to relieve its heat is to starve it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises us relief for those who remain steadfast while enduring pain. So you have to respond to this pain by rejecting the path of violence and weapons, and using your prayers and peace, inshallah, as a form of fighting for your lives. Focus on what's in your control. Allah al-Muhaymin, so weapons and violence do more harm than good. It's just not working. You have to be able to say no to anything getting in the way of your ikhlas. So at this point, anything that exceeds the reality of your boundaries isn't going to serve you any good. And I think Allah is making it clear that you just need Him. So continue your beginning and make your ending the way Allah wants and the way He's planned for you, because you're stuck in between. It is a hard task, but inshallah, Rabbna always reminds us in His many ways that you can do it. لأنه خلق إنسان في أحسن تقويم. So inshallah, you're able to keep your khushu' and taqwa in mind, and you'll be able to starve that fever. Inshallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.